Everyone to the home of the Charlotte 49ers, Jerry Richardson Stadium, and the fans have been filling this one up in anticipation of this clash. Today's matchup, a battle in the old North State, a contest between a pair of teams from the state of North Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team from the American, the Charlotte 49ers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Tar Heels will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Charlotte 49ers offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Olsen. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, you love to see this offensively. On the first drive of the game, your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Harrell. Right on the money. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the 49ers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Skips away from pressure. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's House. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
Can't get him to the ground. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. It's Harrell. Using his feet to buy time. There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
6. Off play action. Going for 6. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
They've controlled the ball on this opening drive. Play number 10 brings us to 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So North Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Lopez to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on 1st down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on 2nd down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. That's the end of the period. Charlotte has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
The 49ers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. From the gun, give on the inside. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the 49ers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. They'll leave it with him. Look out, he's got room. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Lopez wants to fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Power football with the run. Sweet cut there. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on second down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. Lopez to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He'll pull it on the read. Shakes off the defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's House. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Olsen. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, better look out. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Open space at the 25. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Charlotte. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Jerry Richardson Stadium.
The 49ers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lopez wants to fire. Makes the catch. He breaks a tackle.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed. Nice job by the QB putting a little extra sauce on it.
The Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They'll try to get it through the air. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And the 49ers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Scanning the field, it's Harrell. They're working that left side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
The 49ers are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's why you got to avoid third and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Gets away from one, finds room. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gauze. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They'll run it from the gun. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
They'll go to the ground. It's the same, wide open. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, this offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting third down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Boom. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Lopez to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
They'll run it. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for late.
Safe completion on the screen. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And that's a big stop by this defense. And now, man, this is decision time. If it's at the 5, if it's at the 10, I'm kicking the field goal, tying this thing up. But so close to the goal line, do you want to roll the dice to still maybe take the lead in the fourth quarter here?
This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. The official says no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Using his legs, it's Curry. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Wants to throw. It's Harrell. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He goes out of bounds, couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Punt is on its way. On his way from around the 50. And the returner is stopped. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. With the catch, it's Johnson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it going. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
Off play action on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, a lot of space. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Quick release on the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. Makes a man miss. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, North Carolina! They move on top here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Now for the extra point try late in the game. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll give it to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the 49ers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Dropping back, it's Harrell. Got it in the middle, it's McGowan. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's McGowan. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Finds us back in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Olsen. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To throw, it's Harrell. Pulls it in, it's McGowan. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. The 49ers are facing 3rd and inches. Last chance coming up. Grab near the marker. It's Olsen. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.